Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of It's All Well and Good with me, Abbie Nesbitt. You are joining me from the comfort of my own home, as always. We are on the sofa chilling out. It's Sunday, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I hope you are having a lovely weekend, and if you're listening to this during the week, I hope you're having a lovely week. So it's been 2 weeks since I last recorded an episode. Let's have a quick catch up before we jump into today's topic. For the past 2 weeks, what have I been up to? Actually not that much, to be honest. I went to this really cool event with my friend Bex last week, and it was an Adobe Express event, and we got to learn how to use Adobe Express, which is kind of similar to Canva. It's like photo editing for beginners, and we got to see all the new features, and we got to take home some lovely little notebooks. And if you're anything like me, you love a little notebook that you could just write down all your silly little ideas in that you might not necessarily do, and then put it away. So we got to take home a couple of notebooks, which was really fun, and it was always nice. Plus there was loads of canapes and free booze, so we were lapping that up. We had a great time. Me and Eddie went to a Chinese restaurant to celebrate the Lunar New Year of the Snake, I believe, which is intriguing. I don't know what year I am. Let's look it up. Year of the Dragon. Oh my god. Like, sorry, winning. I don't care what you've got, but unless you've got the dragon, like, does it really matter? Year of the Dragon. Maybe I'll get that tattooed on me. Oh no, everyone goes, no, Abbie, not quite. And what else have I been getting up to? A little bit of shopping. I'm back on my vintage grind. Me and Eddie have been putting up loads of clothes. We've been absolutely hustling, making some money. And basically what I'm doing is I'm selling my old clothes, keeping the balance in my Vinted or my Depop, and then buying new clothes. So it just feels like I'm flipping my wardrobe. Absolutely love it. I could buy clothes until I die. We went to a really cool art gallery, which is in Liverpool. It's the Walker Art Gallery. And we seen loads of lovely art pieces like this one. I'm just showing everybody who's watching on YouTube. I am all like 12 people of you, love you. And I've seen this one as well. I don't know if you can see that properly, but have a good look. There was this pattern, like a digital print of cows, which looked really cool. It was quite trippy looking. Love that. And yeah, we just walked around town last weekend. This weekend, haven't done a bloody thing. Haven't done anything. We've done a food shop. We've done some washing. We've done some cooking. I've drank a bottle of wine. I've chilled out. I've crocheted. I've finished the last season of Bridgerton and went to the gym. That's it. And posted a couple of parcels. Unreal. Absolutely buzzing. So happy that I haven't done anything this weekend. It feels so good. I literally had no plans all week as well. Oh my god, sometimes you just need a week off from life, from socialising, from it all, just to be relaxed for a while, and it's felt so good. And that's literally it. That brings me up to today and recording this. Let's jump into my recommends then. So what am I watching at the minute? So I nearly finished Bridgerton. Absolutely love it. I think it's the most beautiful series ever. Like, do you not just think the money that's behind it is absolutely insane for it to look that beautiful? All of the costumes, the dresses, the hair, the scenes. Oh, it's just amazing, and it feels so... Oh, it's just, honestly, if you've watched it, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Eddie watched some of it last night, and the other night, he was getting into it. Last night, I made him watch The Other Woman. He says he didn't like it, but the whole time he was laughing away. So, Eddie, I think you've got some explaining to do. You can't not like The Other Woman. You can't not like that movie. It's actually got such a good cast. It's so funny. It is a little bit chick flicky, but what isn't these days anyway? So yeah, recommending albums. I'm making a conscious effort to listen to full albums. This weekend I've listened to Harry's House by Harry Styles. Absolutely love that. It was such a good vibe. Like, it's so consistent, it's so vibey. It was perfect for a Saturday morning. Woke up, put it on, listened to the whole thing. Didn't hate any song. Like, I loved every single song. There wasn't like one of those... I find that sometimes in albums there can be like one rogue song that usually ends up being the biggest hit. For example, not that Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish is a rogue song, but in comparison to how technical and how different the other songs on our album are, that one seems quite, I don't know, it just feels different. So it stands out the most, and it just absolutely blew up out of nowhere. Venezuela Rhythm by Hack Baker. The rest of the album's different to that song. But anyway, yeah, making a conscious effort to listen to more albums. This weekend I've listened to Harry's House. I've listened to Rumours by Fleetwood Mac, unreal. And I've listened to Exodus by Bob Marley and the Wailers. Just brilliant music. And it's been made with, all these songs have been made collectively together to feel, I don't know, I don't want to make a really wanky comment about music right now, but I just really want to listen to full albums and give the whole vision a go and see what it's about. And you know, like, some albums have a story, sometimes they're made like that, sometimes they're not. I'm really talking with my hands right now, so if you are watching, you just see my hand like fly around the place. But yeah, so I've just, yeah, long story short, Abbie, I have been listening to full albums because I'm just kind of getting bored of nitpicking songs. Like, I go through, everybody has like that generic playlist is called like Chill Out or 2024 or 2025 or What I'm Listening To or Chill Vibe, whatever, that kind of vibe. Like, you have like this generic playlist where it's like, oh, I'm out and about, I've heard a really good song, I'll just put it in there. I'll just put it in there and there and there and there. And it becomes this like multi-genre gathering collective of good music, which sounds amazing, but I'm just getting really bored. And I have, you know what, it's February, it's the 9th of February, I haven't got that many songs in my 2025 playlist. Usually I'll finish it at the end of the year. Then in, like, for example, 2026, I'll listen to my 2025 playlist and it'll like make me reminisce. I don't have that. And the 2024 playlist of last year, it's not hitting. So I need new music sent my way. I need to find new music, or I'm just going to keep going with what I'm doing and listening to full albums. Oh, another album that I listened to was Discover. Can you hear that? Is there any need? Is there actually any need for people to have car engines or car trumpets like that? Honestly. But what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? I was listening to Daft Punk Discovery in the gym. So good. That album is laced with something so good. What I'm watching at the minute, Bridgerton and Broadchurch. If you haven't watched Broadchurch, watch it. Came out like, I don't know how many years ago. I remember it being on TV. I remember it taking over everybody's lives, but at the time I just wasn't really into stuff like that. I think I was too busy watching Pretty Little Liars and the Vampire Diaries and that kind of stuff. So we are watching Broadchurch. Eddie absolutely loves it, and for me that's a big win because he's a bit of a TV snob. He's gonna hate me saying that, but it's so true. So we are loving Broadchurch. Nearly finished the last season of Bridgerton, and I can basically vouch for everybody when I say this. Nicola Coughlan, is that her name? Like, I'm Irish, but I don't know if I'm explaining or saying that right. Nicola Coughlan, I don't know, but you know who I'm talking about. Like, she is gorgeous. She is a gorgeous gal, and Miss Penelope. I'm just so happy for her. But yeah, it's such a good series. Absolutely loving it. Don't know what I'm going to move on to next. I think I need to find another little like kind of peephole of me time because I've started crocheting. Not that good at it. Let me show you. I mean, it is kind of good. It is good. I just don't know how I'm going to make this into a scarf. So if anybody crochets, please let me know how you make scarves, because I think my yarn's too thin. So it's like more like a t-shirt or whatever. I just want to make a scarf because I know it'll be really easy and I can wear it straight away. I just don't want to be making these little small patches that aren't going to go anywhere because I've done that about 7 times. Oh my god, you know the way I said that I was going to read 1 book a month? I haven't even finished Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I really need to get that moving this week. I'm going to finish it. For sure, I'm going to try and finish it because I'm sick of looking at it and I've got so many other books that I need to read. I'm a chronic book buyer, not a book reader, and we need to switch that on its head. So I'm still reading Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Today's topic is going to be something that I've realised and something that I've been trying to implement in my day-to-day life, and it's going to be about finishing the bottle. And I don't mean that in like a get to the bottom of your vodka bottle or like drink the rosé or that kind of vibe. I mean, like, we're not all going to be sitting on the street like swigging a little bottle. No. What I mean is finish what you buy, cost per use, getting to the end of that bottle, deciding whether you want to buy it again or not, and then throwing it away. Because I think that we're so over. What I mean is finishing your products, less buying, more consuming. So, for example, I think what I've observed is on social media, we are consuming a lot of social media. So this isn't about like consuming more in the sense of media. This means consuming more as in, as in like our day-to-day lives, like using things up. So I've realized that we do consume a lot of social media, and with that we are constantly being met with selling regimes, discounts, sales, mini trends, blah blah blah. You get it. And with that, if these trends are moving so fast, our behaviors are going to become fast, or like our purchasing behaviors, will become very, very intense, and we'll feel like we need to be buying more, and or like to try and keep up with the trends. Like, oh my god, leopard print's in, I need to buy leopard print. Oh my god, red's in, I need to buy red. I need to. Oh, if people are saying that I need to have these gummies, I need to have them. I need, and then it becomes this like over. Weirdly, it starts to consume you whenever you're actually consuming it. So you want to buy. So your purchasing habits are like basically on overdrive. You're short-circuiting your friggin' bank account, and yeah. So I think we need to what I'm trying to do is trying to slow down, buy less and consume more of products, that I can get to the end of the bottle. Or for example, clothing, just trying to get as long as possible out of it, like re-wearing it, blah blah. So I'm just going to run through like different points of my day where I've realized, I need to use that up. So whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this is going to sound really, really stupid, and you probably already know this, but it's the topic of today's podcast. Getting close to the end of your toothpaste, cut it open, squeeze out the rest. Don't just throw it out whenever you can't squeeze it out of the top bit of the tube. Jumping in the shower, getting to the end of the shampoo bottle, do the same if you can. If not, take the top off and try and get the most out of it. Step out. Makeup is a big one for me because makeup has its own individual trends as well, but I feel like I find it really hard to invest in really good makeup. So I'll buy wasteful makeup. Like I'll oh my god, the lip liner theory that I've got is literally not wise. So I'll buy a lip liner, and probably 9 times out of 10 I'll try to buy a retractable one in the right colour. I'll buy the retractable one, might get to the end of it. If I do, well done. Let's just say for the record that I do. So I get to the end of it and I go to buy it. This actually happened, I think. I go to buy it again, and the colour in the retractable lip liner got discontinued, so I had to buy a wooden one. I despise wooden lip liners because you can't sharpen them properly. They literally, the factories make them that impossible to sharpen that either the sharpener breaks or you're literally hacking at the lip liner. So I'll buy that, and then I'll use it for the first time because it's already pre-sharpened. I'll try to sharpen it once, and then it doesn't work, and then I'll end up like throwing it around. Like it'll be in a different handbag, and when I wear it out, it'll just be bouncing across like pockets and handbags and whatever. And then I'll go to look for it and I can't find it anywhere. So then I'll go to the shop and I'll buy a new one, and then the same thing will be happening. And then the other one like the first one will end up turning up, and then I've got two, and then I've got none, and then I find them all. Then I go out and I buy a different colour, but I'll buy it in retractable ones, so I'll not use any of the wooden ones anymore. Like that kind of like wastefulness I find with makeup so much. Like I just like don't need to do that whatsoever. So I'm gonna really, really try to use up all of my makeup before buying new makeup. Gives me a chance to try and save, to invest in better makeup. And you can apply this to everything but makeup, but this is just my example, okay? And what else? Other points in my life where I try to use up what I've bought is whenever me and Eddie are cooking and we've got like leftover pieces of vegetables, we will, like, say if you've got like potato skins or carrot skins or that kind of stuff, we put it into a bag and put it in the freezer, and then we make a vegetable stock out of it, because that's literally how vegetable stock is made. Mad. So that's what we do. And it means that you've got like your homemade broth that you can use in anything. You can use it in like tray dishes, you can use it in ramen, you can use it for soups, like the bases of a soup. You can use it for so many different things, and it just means that you're using up the whole vegetable instead of throwing away half of it. Clothes, literally, do you not remember when you were younger and you used to wear down your clothes so much, like wearing out your trainers until there was literally holes in the bottom of them? Your socks were just like a strap of thread that goes, well, it is just technically a bit of thread that goes around your foot, but using it up until there was more holes than toes. Yeah, we need to start doing that now. Like we shouldn't just be like outreaching and like buying things so wastefully. For example, Eddie got me a pair of New Balance for my birthday a couple of years ago. They have holes in the sides of them, and I'm still using them to like wearing them in the gym, because I don't need to buy a new pair of trainers just because they have holes in them. I could just like the holes aren't gaping, right? They're not that bad. I'm just gonna like keep wearing them to the gym, because why not? Because they still work. Like they've still got a sole, they've still got laces, they've just got two little holes on each side of them. So I'll just wear them to the gym and get the use out of them until they're literally falling off my feet, like I used to do when I was 5, and then get new ones. Trying to reword things that are in your closet as well. Like I'm gonna start like recording outfits that I wouldn't normally wear to work, to force myself into styling old clothes that I have in my wardrobe, because I'm tired of like waiting for opportunities to wear them. I don't have like outlandish clothing or like occasional clothing. I have everyday clothing. It's just I choose to wear a pair of leggings and a hoodie into work because I'm sitting at a desk all day. But that's not the point. I've bought these clothes to wear, so I might as well wear them. So I'm going to start like styling my clothes in the morning, making a conscious effort just to get myself up and get ready and record some content, make some content out of it, whatever. That's the less important part. The most important part is that I'm getting the use out of my clothes, because they're just going to lie there and collect dust, and there's no point in that. Jumping back to the vintage thing, because not every piece of clothing I do want to wear I have like grown out of it. I'm going to sell it, keep the money that I've made in my vintage balance or my Depop balance, and then use that to buy new clothes. So it's kind of like a clothes swap in a way, and it weirdly makes the clothes feel like they're free whenever I buy new ones using the balance. It just feels like it's free, and it's girl math and all that good stuff. Like that is the beauty of girl math, is feeling like something is free. So I'm getting free clothes, I'm giving my clothes like a new life, and yeah, I'm just doing good. And it means that I'm going to wear the clothes more if I like them, and you know, evidently I'll feel better because I'm wearing new clothes, and I'm making a conscious effort to style them, get myself ready for the day, feel better in work because I feel more confident in how I look. And like, it goes without saying, like if you feel like you look good, you will feel good. I feel like I said that really weird. Like I feel like I said that like a leprechaun. But if you do feel like you look good, you will feel better, no? And I know that has some weird level of beauty standards attached to it. I mean, of course it probably does. Everything's got standards attached to it. But I feel like when I look better, I will naturally feel better, feel more confident. You know, it just kind of dulls the insecurities for a moment, which is a good thing. Because we don't always have to want to be thinking about our insecurities, do we? I know I don't. Nuh-uh. Other ways to get the most use out of everything around you is, if you don't use everything around you, get rid of it. And that doesn't mean that you have to be living like this completely like minimalistic life. You could just you could just have things around you that you need and that you know that you'll use. So things just aren't sitting there collecting dust. Let's jump into a little bit of like research. So, for example, how many trends were there last year in clothing? Environmental impact of fast fashion statistics 2025. This is exactly the website that we need. Woo! The environmental impact of fast fashion is undeniable, with the industry now responsible for 10% of the global annual carbon footprint, which is more than the emissions from all the international flights and maritime shipping combined. No. Beyond carbon emissions, fast fashion consumes vast amounts of natural resources, using 141 billion cubic meters of water annually and contributing to 35% of microplastics polluting our oceans. Oh my god. The fast fashion market size. Fast fashion is now $150.82 billion industry. It has grown by 10% from 2024. So that would have been like the start of 2024 to now, and is further estimated to reach $291 billion by 2032. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my days. Biggest players in fast fashion. I'll let you. I will literally give you 2 seconds to guess. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. 3, 2, 1, Shein. Shein is the biggest fast fashion brand in the US with a 50% market share. Its market share has doubled since March 2020. Zara is the second biggest fast fashion brand in the country with a 13% market share. People wear fast fashion less often than 15 years ago. Oh, here's quite an interesting paragraph. Gen Z wants sustainable fashion, but won't give up on fast fashion. It's safe to say that Gen Z is a hypocrite in the fast fashion case, which I will hold my hands up and say that I am a hypocrite, because I went to M&S yesterday and I bought a pair of linen trousers straight off the rack, because I have been trying to find them for years, and I finally found a pair. But obviously that is fast fashion. But I prefer to shop more sustainably on Vinted and Depop, and I will always preach that you should be doing that. But there's certain things that I literally cannot buy on there, and it is always so much easier to try on stuff. Like, that's kind of what fast fashion brands are winning at, is the fact that you can go in and try what you want, rather than like, you can go in and try on what you want. You can pick it up a different size, different color, or whatever. You can't do that in Vinted. Like, if you buy it and it doesn't suit you, you basically have to sell it on. For example, I have also been trying to find a pair of really nice knee-high boots that like kind of sit out from my leg a little bit, have a nice block heel. I've got a black pair back home in Ireland, but I would love like a brown pair with a pointed toe. And I found a pair on eBay, bought them for 20 quid. They arrived, they felt suspiciously light, so I kind of knew that the quality wasn't going to be that good. Tried to zip it up, couldn't even get it halfway up my calf. It literally, the zip stopped before my calf. It just got above my ankle pretty much. I don't know who's making boots out there for skinny minis like that, because not everybody with size 4 has a stick for a leg. Excuse me. But yeah. So what I'm going to have to do now is try and sell them on, because I can't keep them, and I'd rather try and sell them to make my money back than bring them into a charity shop. But evidently, if I don't make my money back, I'm going to have to bring them into the charity shop, which is so annoying. But it's now making me feel like I need to buy these boots from a fast fashion brand, because I can go in, try them on, and see what they look like. So it's safe to say that Gen Z is a hypocrite in the fast fashion case. SHU study uncovered a paradox among Gen Z fashion consumers. 94% respondents said they support sustainable clothing, but surprisingly 17% of them shopped at a fast fashion retailer every week, and 62% did so monthly. Only 10% claimed to have never purchased from fast fashion outlets. The age group spends $767 on average every year buying fast fashion. Oh my god, that is another thing. I don't even want to know how much money I spend on clothes. Don't even tell me. Don't even try. No, absolutely not. I would never want to know how much I spend on clothes. But then again, like, I just love buying clothes. So, if I love doing that, then yeah. Women are the largest consumers of fast fashion. I think we knew that. People with higher incomes generate more textile waste. Yes. Like, obviously I agree with this. This is just research, isn't it? Fast fashion is the third biggest polluter in the world. The fashion industry is responsible for 10% of the annual carbon footprint, surpassing the emissions from all international flights and maritime shipping combined. The sector also consumes enough water annually to meet the needs of 5 million people and generates millions of tons of plastic and other waste, polluting both our air and oceans. Oh. I mean, I have heard all of this before, but it is absolutely shocking. It doesn't matter how many times I hear this, I'm absolutely baffled by it. Less than 1% of clothes are recycled to make new clothes. Less than 1% are turned into new ones, and the amount of recycled polyester used in clothing is shrinking. In 2019, recycled polyester made up 14% of all polyester used, but by 2030 it's expected to drop to just 7.9. Moreover, who uses moreover in a sentence? I haven't heard that word since like high school, like GCSE English language comprehensive writing. Moreover, more recycled polyester in clothes actually comes from recycled plastic bottles, not from old clothes. That's really interesting. Oh, this pillow, excuse me. That's really interesting. So whenever you go into a shop and you see that it's recycled, it's made, like, the clothes are made from recycled plastics, it's actually not from like recycled polyester, it's from recycled cans and bottles and stuff. Wow. I mean, yeah, that is quite interesting. So it's not the old polyester clothing that's been recycled, it's literally waste, like garbage waste rather. So, oh my god, there's a lot to think about here. A lot to think about. I don't know, honestly, I'm not quite sure where this is going to go. I think this is just a ramble, because I've just been going about my life and just thinking that, like, especially in university, like, I felt like I was really wasteful in university. Like, whenever we got told that we had to go home in first year because of COVID, we obviously just had to get up and go home, but all of our stuff was still there in our flats, and I basically snuck back over to England in the July to move myself out of the flat, and anything that I couldn't bring home with me, I left it there, because they had stated if you leave anything in your flat, it will be binned. So I was like, great, somebody else is going to do it for me, which is not the attitude that I should have had. I should have done it myself. I should have, like, separated it, really went through it all, made the means to try and move some of my stuff back home, but I didn't. I was just like, great, I'm going to fill up 2 suitcases, that's it, see you later, bye. And again happened, I think, like, whenever we were moving through, like, different houses and stuff in uni, like, if I left anything behind, I knew that it was going to be destroyed anyway. So I was just like, yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But I should have really just went through it properly and sorted it out myself, and made more strategic and, like, sustainable choices there. But now, being 24, all grown up and living in my own place, I think I can finally see how much I consume around me, and I'm really, like, taking home that motto of, just, like, stop holding on to things for certain occasions. Like, use up your expensive skincare because you have it, so you might as well use it instead of saving it for an occasion that's twice a year. Or use your hair care products, put that oil in your hair every time before you need to wash it. Use to the end of the bottle. It's literally just, like, finish the bottle, like, finish the bottle, wear your clothes until they're a rag, and just get as much as possible out of everything because you have it. So just bloody well use it, girls. And let's move on to things that, like, products that I'm actually really enjoying, or products that I've finished recently. Like, in terms of beauty and skincare, I've used a vitamin C serum from Garnier, which was really nice. I feel like it did brighten up my skin, but I also couldn't tell if that was because it had like a slight like iodine color to it. So if that was making me seem a little bit more tanned and more glowy in that sense, probably wouldn't buy it again, just because I'm not actually sure of the chemicals that I was putting on my face. I literally bought it because vitamin C was a trend. I also bought it with the vitamin C SPF skin tint. I actually really do like that. I probably will buy that again. Cleanser, I had a Nature Spells cleanser, which is good. It was just like a gel cleanser. Wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I feel like I've got quite dry skin, so I think I need to buy like a more like a milky cleanser rather than a gel, like like a shower jelly type one. Then again, I know that I only bought that because Nature Spells was trending a couple of years ago because everyone is buying rosemary oil from there. Speaking of, I have bought the rosemary oil from there. It's really good. I'm on my second bottle. Would buy it again. Vitamins, I got sent 3 types of vitamins for my vitamins. I got sent hair, skin and nails. Got sent gut gummies, and what was the other one? A multivitamins one. They were all great. Like, me and Eddie shared them, and we used them up in just over a month. Probably wouldn't buy them again, just because you can get the same value out of vitamins from ones that you buy in the shop that are just in tablet form than the gummies, because the gummies are just full of sugar to make them taste nicer, and you don't necessarily need to be eating that much sugar. So I probably wouldn't buy them again. Was grateful that I was sent them. Didn't see any dramatic changes in my hair, my skin, or my nails, or my gut. I think what happens in your gut is kind of down to your food. Umberto Giannini, is it Giannini? Umberto Giovannini, curly hair oil or curly hair gel. I've got to the end of the big bottle. Love it. I definitely would buy this again. It makes my hair so curly, but it is quite drying, so I need something more hydrating. I did have the curl cream, which was more hydrating, and I finished it, but I think I'm going to try a different brand, and if the different brand doesn't work, then I know that the Umberto stuff does work. So I'm absolutely loving that at the minute. Like I said, my New Balance trainers, absolutely love them. I've really enjoyed wearing them. They're like the typical 530s. Would 100% buy them again. Probably will end up buying them again whenever these ones fall apart. And yeah, like I said, like, in terms of food and stuff, just make sure you're using up all your food. We and Eddie have made 2 stocks now. We use like leftover mushroom stuff that's in the pan. We make that into a mushroom stock. Like, just kind of being more strategic about with what you're doing is always best. And yeah, I think this kind of rounds up this episode. It was a little bit all over the place, but like I said, like, I just wanted to chat about what was on my mind lately, and I'm trying to make better choices and just use up everything. Oh my god, like, I say this every time, like, if you take something away from me in this episode, like an absolute teacher, like, if you take something away from me in this lesson, but if you do, just use up your shit. Just use it up. Decide whether you buy it again. If you do. If you don't. That's what consumerism is. But it kind of knock back on the wastefulness, because our planet is literally burning at the seams. It's burning. It's crying out for help, etc., etc. On a more lighter note, though, just so we can wrap this all up with a nice little bow, there is a group of people who go around the world and set up coral farms, and they grow coral in the sea, and then they plant it. The way you can just like grow little baby plants, like you can propagate your plants, and then you end up planting them in the soil. It's the same thing. So they like propagate the coral, and they have these little like farms in the sea, and then they'll go down and plant them, and they've made such a big difference across the world in like re-encouraging coral to grow and like bringing back the coral reefs. Isn't that crazy? Wait, let me look them up. Instead of agriculture, it's called aquaculture. That is, honestly, that has made me so happy. I love that. I love when people like play on the words. Play on the words. All right, let's aquaculture. Oh my god, this is so, it's literally bringing a tear to my eye, because it makes me so happy that there's people out there doing the work like that. Because you know what, I actually wish I was doing something like that. I wish I could dive and, oh my god, the coral farm offers one of the largest collections of aquaculture coral. No, wait, oh my god, no, I'm just realising that aquaculture isn't what I think it is, because agriculture is growing things for produce to sell. This is to sell. No, I'm on the wrong website, guys. I'm on the wrong corner of the internet. Oh no. Oh my god, my stomach literally just fell through my ass. If you're watching on YouTube, this is what it looks like. Look at that. So they grow them like that and then they plant them, I'm pretty sure. Right, okay, I think I'm on the right website. Oh my god. Me being like, ha 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 ha, aquaculture. So fun. Reef restoration. That's what I need to be looking up. Right, here we go. Restoring coral reefs. Okay, we're on the right side. We're back. Coral reefs provide coastal protection for many communities, habitat for fish, and $1 million. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. A plan to save coral reefs. Saving and restoring the world's coral reefs requires a oh god, I don't need to be reading this all out, do I? How we restore coral reefs. Right. Coral restoration can take on a number of forms. It can range from growing, gardening, outplanting to harvesting millions of naturally produced eggs and sperm to create millions of genetic individuals. Wow. Growing and planting, removing invasive species, responding to emergencies. Wait, what kind of emergencies are people having out in the coral? We're making a difference. Oh, Florida, Puerto Rico, Hawaii. Unreal. Okay, so you know what? There is people out there doing the Lord's work, and I'm not even religious, but there's people out there doing the Lord's work. There's people out there pushing back, and what I'm gonna say is, if we can make all these small changes to be more eco-friendly and like strategic, if we can be more ethically, if we can make more ethical changes and be more eco-friendly in our day-to-day lives, we can then push back as well, because then that would be everybody working together in unison. Yeah, small changes make big differences, for sure. I don't know how we got this far. I literally wrote like 3 lines down on my notebook whenever I was prepping for this. I was like, film it in a different angle, Abbie. Talk about the overconsumption of products, how to use up or how I'm using up my products and products I'm finishing. That's it. 3 lines. 4 lines or whatever. And yeah, we've ended up, I say we, but we've been talking for 45 minutes. And yeah. Wow. I don't know. Was this a good episode? Did you enjoy this? Like, please let me know. Please let me know. My inbox is always open. Anything that you send me about the podcast or like topic suggestions or whatever, if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying, is completely held anonymous. I might refer to it in a podcast, but I'll not actually name call you. So don't worry. So if you want to message me about anything to do with this, please let me know. My inbox is always open. You can text me on Instagram at Abbie Nesbitt. You can see loads of stupid content over on my TikTok, Abbie_Nesbitt. And yeah, you can catch the long form video recording of this on YouTube. And yeah, I think I'm just going to round up today's episode here. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a little 5-star review on your listening platform. Hit follow so you get notifications about new episodes that are out weekly. And on that note, I will see you next week. Bye.